What's up, everyone? I'm Marilee Blair, and I'm a serious travel addict as I've been to 54 countries so far. And today, I'm going to talk to you about Lisbon, Portugal. And remember, if you need help planning your trip or want to buy any of my travel services on Patreon, I will include that link in the description of this video. Portugal is known for its stunning natural landscapes, from the lush vineyards of the Douro Valley to the dramatic cliffs of the Algarve coast. The country's history is reflected in its architecture, art, and traditions. Lisbon is the capital city of Portugal. It's a vibrant and historic European metropolis located on the Western Iberian Peninsula. It is one of the oldest cities in Western Europe, with a unique blend of cultural influences. It was once a major port city during the Ages of Discovery, serving as the starting point for many famous exploratory journeys, including Ferdinand Magellan, and the city's history is evident in its Moorish and medieval architecture. We went to Portugal back in August 2016 for 3 days and 2 nights, and I went back again for a long layover back in October 2022 for 1 day and 1 night. So here are my travel tips for hotels, popular tourist attractions, things to do, and food to eat. Hotels. In 2016, the hotel we stayed at was the Holiday Inn Express because my husband and I were in our 20s and more focused on staying at cheap rooms since we would be out exploring and not in the room as much. In October 2022, I loved the 4-star hotel my girlfriend and I stayed at called the VIP Executive Picoas Hotel, which cost $100.49 plus $3.99 in taxes, which came out to about $50.24 per person. Since it was for a long layover, I would definitely stay at this hotel again because it was so nice and modern, and they even gave us free fruit and a bottle of wine while we were here. But if I got more time, I would stay here longer. Now, here are my top 10 things to do in Lisbon, Portugal. Number 1, São Jorge Castle. It's in the heart of Lisbon, and it's one of the city's most iconic landmarks. The castle dates back to the medieval period and offers panoramic views of Lisbon and the Tagus River. You can explore its ancient walls, visit the archaeological site, and enjoy the gardens within the castle grounds. We love this castle and all the beautiful views from it, and we took lots of photos while we were here. Number 2, wander through the narrow streets of Alfama, one of the oldest districts in Lisbon. It's known for its charming alleys, historic buildings, fado music, and breathtaking views of the city. We love taking photos here as well, and how charming this part of Lisbon was. It just transports you back to a different time walking through and seeing the views here. Number 3, Belem District. Explore Belem to see iconic monuments like the Belem Tower and the Gonio Monastery. Both are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Belem Tower was built between 1514 and 1520 in a Manuelino style by the Portuguese architect and sculptor Francisco de Arruda. It was constructed on the northern bank of the Tagus River and used to defend the city. Years later, it was transformed into a lighthouse and customs house. It's located right by the Gonio Monastery, and inside this tower, there's a ground floor with 16 windows with cannons. The visit also includes a tour of the pits and holes where the prisoners were thrown into. Definitely take some fun photos and video in front of it because it's a really beautiful tower that looks like a mini castle. Number 4, the Gonio Monastery. Along with the Tower of Belem, it's one of the most visited sites in Lisbon. The religious building was designed by the Portuguese architect Diego de Boitaca to commemorate the return of Vasco da Gama from India. Number 5, do a day trip to Sintra to see the famous Pina Palace. The Pina Palace is a stunning example of 19th century romanticism in architecture. Its vibrant colors, intricate detailing, and electric design make it a visually striking and unique appealing structure. The palace has a rich history. It was originally a monastery, but in the 19th century, King Ferdinand II transformed the palace that you see it to be today. The mix of architectural style reflects the artistic and cultural influences of the time. Number 6, Pamela Castle. It's approximately 40 kilometers south of Lisbon in the town of Pamela. You'll find Pamela Castle, the well-preserved medieval castle offering fantastic views of the surrounding countryside, including the Sado River and the Urubita Mountains. Number 7, visit Bario Alto for its lively nightlife, charming narrow streets, and great views from the Mirador de São Pedro de la Contra. And at night, it transforms into a lively area with numerous bars and fado clubs. Number 8, visit the Cristo Ran in Lisbon called the Sanctuary of Christ the King, which is Portugal's version of Brazil's famous wonder of the world, Christ the Redeemer, which is dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. You can take so many beautiful photos and videos here and enjoy the views of all of Lisbon. And you'll see a red Golden Gate looking like bridge, just like the one in San Francisco. They look so similar, but it's Lisbon's version and it's stunning. Number 9, visit the LX Factory. This creative hub is located in a former industrial complex and is a new home to now shops, restaurants, art galleries, and cultural spaces. It's a great place to explore modern Lisbon. Number 10, ride Tram 28. Take a ride on the historic Tram 28, which is a classic yellow tram retaining original 1930s features like brass dials and polished wood interiors, which wins its way through many of Lisbon's most famous neighborhoods, including Graça, Baixa, and Alfama, with incredible views. It takes about 50 minutes to an hour to travel the entire route. Food. Now here is a list of some of the top foods you have to try when you visit Portugal. The number 1 best food place you have to eat at that was voted one of the top 50 restaurants in the world and has been around since the 1950s while you're in Portugal is called Saharia Ramiro. Oh my god, this place is just so mouth-watering and delicious. It's truly the best seafood restaurant in all of Portugal. Anthony Bourdain ate here and recommended this place himself back in the day. So you know it's that good, and that's why it's always packed. We got to enjoy the fresh, most delicious cheese and bread while we were waiting for our table. Then for dinner, got the yummy tiger and scarlet prawns, garlic shrimp, snails, clams, with the most delicious garlic bread. And the new friends we made here surprised my girlfriend with a chocolate cake for her birthday celebration, which was really delicious. It gets extremely busy, so when you arrive, everyone has to take a numbered ticket and wait their turn. But there is a waiting area you can get to order cheese, bread, and drinks while you wait for the most amazing seafood experience of your life. I promise you don't want to miss this incredible foodie spot while you are in Lisbon, Portugal. And yes, it is pricey depending what seafood you choose, but this mouth-watering seafood is worth the price. I will definitely come back here the next time I'm in Lisbon. Other food that you need to try, you have to get the famous Portuguese egg tart, also known as Pastel de nata, for dessert. These custard tarts are a sweet treat that originated in Lisbon. The flaky pastry is filled with a creamy custard and often sprinkled with cinnamon and powdered sugar. It's so delicious, you have to try one while you're in Portugal. Try the bacalhau à brás. It is a staple Portuguese cuisine where the cod is shredded and mixed with onions, potatoes, eggs, and parsley. Try fancinha. It's a hearty sandwich made with layers of cured meats, smoked sausage, and steak, all covered in melted cheese with a spicy tomato-based sauce. Try caldo verde. It's a traditional green soup made with kale, potatoes, chorizo, and other vegetables. It's a comforting and nutritious dish often enjoyed in the colder months. Try arroz de marisco. It's a flavorful rice dish cooked with a variety of shellfish such as shrimp, clams, and crab, along with tomatoes, onions, and herbs. Try Emos Abha pato. These are clams cooked with garlic, coriander, and white wine. The dish is named after the 19th century Portuguese poet Raimundo Antonio de Barroa Pato, who was known for his love of good food. Try queijo de serra. Portugal has a variety of excellent cheeses, and queijo de serra is a popular one. It's a soft sheep's milk cheese with a distinct flavor and is often enjoyed with crusty bread. Try guinha liqueur. So end your meal with guinha, a cherry liquor often enjoyed as a digestive. It's a sweet and strong spirit made from sour cherries and can be sipped on its own or used in cocktails. Currency. The currency of Portugal is the euro, so I would recommend getting some cash if you buy street food, use public transportation, and for tipping on tours. But for things like the hotel, paid online tours, and restaurants, we use my Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card because it acts as a travel insurance and there are no foreign fees. So I will make sure to include my Chase credit card affiliate link in the description of this video so you can get some bonus points for signing up too. Thank you all for exploring the world, one video at a time with me, your own personal bougie budgeter. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And look for brand new episodes every Wednesday. And for all helpful info I mentioned, or to book any of my travel services on Patreon, read them in my description below. And while you are researching Europe trips, be sure to check out some of my past Europe YouTube videos and be on the lookout for more of my upcoming Europe YouTube videos.